Alright, let's do this. Hello, people. Good mornings. Another beautiful day. Yeah. Hope your five senses work. Health and strength is good. Or excellent. What? What's up, gamers? Alright. So, we talking about layoffs again. Talking about Ubisoft laying off people. Look. When you work in this tech industry, and you're making five to six figures, you want to save at least, I would say, 80% of your money, 80% of it, and take advantage of the benefits, whether it's medical, dental, buy stocks within the company, while you're working there, so if they decide to lay you off, you'll be prepared, versus not being prepared. Listen to this. This article is from Game Developer. It says, Ubisoft lays off dozens among customer service department. Ubisoft makes its first layoffs of the year as strings of trouble continues throughout the year. Says here, a developer at Ubisoft revealed the French publisher is conducting layoffs across its office in North Carolina and Newcastle in the UK. 60 staffers across the customer service department were laid off, and several added that it was without prior notice. Ubisoft later confirmed a job cut, saying it was evolving its organization to focus on where we can have a significant impact while remaining steadfast in our commitment to consistently support our players anywhere in the world. In March, there are reports the developer would perform a strategic reorganization of its European business. Part of those plans include closing down businesses related office in the region. The layoff continues. Ubisoft rocky start to 2023. It started in mid-January when CEO Yves Guillemot called on employees to work harder in the wake of publisher dismal holiday 2022 performance and the cancellation of 3 unannounced projects. Guillemot comments caused an uproar amongst employees, with Ubisoft Paris workers going on strike and developers at large alleging the company suffers mismanagement. Months later, Paris employees allege crunch on Just Dance 2023 and a general burnout among staff. Additionally, Ubisoft Montpellier office was under investigation in February for allegedly dozens of employees going on sick leaves throughout 2022 due to burnouts. French authorities found that through many of those workers returned to the office, others departed the studios altogether. Mid-investigation, Montpellier lost its managing director, Guillaume Carmona. The studio is currently at work on Beyond Good and Evil 2, but at the same time, Ubisoft said the studio was undergoing being assessed through a third party for preventative measures and to evaluate where additional support may be needed. Throughout all of this, Ubisoft has only released mid-sized games in 2023, such as Oddballers and Mighty Quest Rogue Palace, and premium games such as Assassin's Creed Mirage and Avatar Frontier of Pandora are still planned to release at some point later in the year. And let's see here. It says here Matthew Hayes. Then it says in parentheses, it says I and about 60 other amazing people were laid off today with no notice. I am divorced, living alone with a mortgage, and have a daughter who I love and support. So if any of you have any lead places, reach out. Thank you so much. Okay, look. Look, job loss being terminated, being fired, being laid off, job loss, job cuts, you know, it hurts. So when you work into these, when you work in these, tech companies, when you work in these tech companies, you wanna save, I would say 80% of your money. Try to save 80% of it, and take advantage of the benefits that they have, medical, dental, and all. And buy stocks within the company. You know, while you're there, and if they give you like a severance package, like they give you like a severance package where like they let you go, and then they and they're still paying you, and they still pay you. Take advantage of that. But then but once you do all that, then you also have your unemployment to deal with. So at least you're prepared. But also too, when you work in these tech companies, you don't want to get too relaxed, or too comfortable, just because you work at some big name tech firm, because job cuts, job loss, being terminated, being fired can happen at any time. So you want to keep your antennas up. For instance, let's say you work in a retail. Let's say you work in a retail store that sell computers, right? That sell computers and software, right? When you're working in when you're working in stores like that, it would be best to also study for a certification test. Study for one of those certification tests, like one of those MC, like a Microsoft certification, or a Cisco, or a Security Plus, Network Plus, or cloud storage certification. Any one of those certifications from CompTIA. So when you decide to make a move, or they decide to let you go, you're prepared. You save about 80% of your money. That's one. You take advantage of the benefits. That's two. You bought some stocks in the company. That's three. If they give you severance packages, means that they pay you after being terminated. That's cool. Plus you got your unemployment. But also take advantage of one of those certifications that CompTIA has. It might come in handy. It might come in handy one day. So in this world, when it comes to jobs, and especially working in the tech field, you want to be prepared. You want to be prepared for it. Because job cuts, job loss, they happen. You can't get too complacent, and get too relaxed. You got to work like on edge, like with a sense of urgency, because you don't know what's going to happen, or where the layoffs is going to come from. So always stay alert. Now for this man right now that lost his at the bottom of this article, he says he lost, what did he say? He said Matthew Hayes said this. My advice for Matthew Hayes is this. He said I and about 60 other amazing people, that's in parentheses. Then he says we're laid off today with no notice. He says I'm divorced. He says living alone with a mortgage, and have a daughter who I love and support. So if any of you have any leads, please reach out. Well, my advice to him is this. My advice to Matthew Hayes is this. Make it probably make it a matter of prayer a little bit, And if he's if he has any tech skills, if he has any tech skills, you know, he probably could start a YouTube channel. That's my advice to him. He could start a YouTube channel and probably start a I would say probably like a GoFundMe account. You know, he has since we're in the era of social media, he probably could start his own YouTube channel, and you know, start a YouTube channel, but then link his put his videos on YouTube, Facebook, all the social media platforms that you can think of, and then go from there. That's my advice to him. You know, and then go on from there. You know, probably like start from there. You know, if he has any tech skills, man, he probably could start a YouTube channel and go from there. You know, and once he gets it up and running, do not look back. You know, do not look back. That's my advice to him. You know, so yeah, since we're in the era of social media and communication is key now. You know, and you know, people need all kind of help in all kind of areas. You know, so my suggestion to him is to start a YouTube channel. You know, you start YouTube, put his videos on Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, Facebook. Who else? See, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, MySpace. Put it on every social media platform that you can find, and then grow from there. So that's my advice to him. You know, so yeah, and then take off from there. You know, so yeah. But other than that, man, in this world, man, especially with job security, especially with job cuts and layoffs, you know, you want to prepare for it. You know, always. I mean, make sure you save at least 80% of your income. You know. Whether you work there 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, save a lot of it, because it's going to come in handy. If something happens, you know, you're like, okay, I was prepared for it. So yeah, but that's my advice to him, you know. But it's the tech world we live in, you know. And if he got laid off from his job, you know, my advice to him is this: don't get mad about it. Move on from it. Remember, there is social media, so. If he has a craft that he's good at, you know, maybe turn that into a YouTube channel and see where it goes, you know. So yeah, that's my advice to him. Anyway, we'll leave this video for y'all to enjoy. Nice talking to you people again. Chris, still a Star Wars and Star Trek thing. Or Dark Side. Go. Peace.